I almost failed my exam without even starting it. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's real. Let's see what happened. Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. I know I promised on my Instagram to film this video on like how the CFA exam went. I took it on Wednesday and I said that I will film this video by Friday, so I was supposed to do it today in the evening, but then my friend had some emergency, so I had to go and help her. So now I'm filming this video when it's 1:20 a.m. on Saturday, but what to do? And yeah, another funny thing is that I might be suffering from mercury. How do I pronounce mercury? This will be my luckiest video ever, because when I was googling how to pronounce mercury, I accidentally hit the button, so it wasn't recording. So now I'm just re-recording it again. Exactly what I needed at 1 a.m. But here we go. So in this video I'm gonna cover how my exam went 2 days ago, what worked for me, what didn't, what advice I would give to myself, how I almost failed it within 5 minutes of entering the room, and what is my plan for the next 2 months while I'm waiting for my results. So when you enter the room of the CFA exam, they like do all the checks before. You're only allowed to bring in the room your calculator, your glasses, and that's it, to be honest. You can't take anything else. You can't even take a bottle of water or anything. So I got into my place where I was supposed to sit. I read through all the like instructions and whatever, and then I was like, okay, let me make sure that my calculator is on and like is working in correct mode, so that then I'll click the start button. And I'm turning on my calculator. It did turn on, but after that none of the buttons were working. I mean, they were working, but nothing on the screen was changing, and I was like, what do I do? And it was crazy because like you can't get another calculator in the shop or whatever. It's literally like if you don't have the calculator, you fail. And funny enough, that morning I was reading of like what I should bring with me to the exam, and it says bring spare battery, and I'm like, there's no way my calculator will die. I only use it for a little bit. I don't really need another battery. I don't think it will die. And then and there I'm sitting, I'm like, what a stupid I was. It doesn't work. I tried everything. I was trying to take the batteries out, putting them back in, and it wasn't working. Like literally nothing was working, and I was like, oh no, what do I do? Luckily there was a person who was helping to set up the screen for one of the candidates, and he was kind enough to like have a look at my calculator, because it's not his job to check if it's working for me. It's not, or not. It's my job to make sure that it's working, and if not, well, that's my fault. But he was nice. He took my calculator and he found what was wrong. Like literally one of the buttons was stuck, so nothing was working because one of the buttons was stuck. And I was like, oh my god, you just saved my life. And yeah, once he took that button out, it was working. So the most important advice is don't lose the case to your calculator, so this won't happen. And then check your calculators before the exam, and if you can, bring the spare batteries with you just to be on the safe side. The exam itself, I think it went pretty well. Again, like you can never predict with the CFA exam, but I left the room with a very positive feeling. I remember when I left the exam in November, and I was like, there's no way I'll get a good rate, because that time I was just like lost looking at the questions. This time it was a lot better. Obviously there were some questions which I still didn't know, but in general I feel positive. But again, we will see in July. I don't want to say anything now because it doesn't make sense. You never know. I have also finished the exam very quick. Like I spent 1 hour in the first session and then 1 hour in the second session, so 2 hours instead of 4 hours and 30 minutes in total. But I think this is like my main idea throughout my whole studies since even I was in college. Like if you know the answer, you know, and then you can reply. But if you don't know the answer, what's the point of staring at the screen thinking that like, oh, it will magically appear in my head? It won't happen. So I always do this. It always worked before. Let's see this time, I'm not sure. So what helped me a lot is as I mentioned in my first video, where like how to prepare, revising formulas just before the exam was the best solution, because all the definitions or theories or whatever you can kind of derive yourself, but formulas, it's very difficult. So the last day I was mainly just focusing on formulas, and it did help me a lot. However, I still managed to forget one annoyingly, but there's just so many things to remember. So yeah, I had to guess that question, but the majority of other formulas which I needed for the exam, I could remember, which is I'm very happy about. The second thing that helped me is that I didn't study a lot on the day of the exam. My exam was at 3 p.m. So in theory I could spend like the whole morning studying, but I always like to rest my brain before it, because there's a certain, I'm pretty sure there's like a certain capacity of like for how many hours your brain can consume information or do something productive. So I was like, okay, I need to rest. I need to make sure I'm fresh by the time I come to the exam. I did revise like some topics and some formulas in the morning, but I think it took me like 40 minutes. The rest of the time I was like meditating, reading the book, watching series, having breakfast. So it was like a completely stress-free life, just to make sure I'm in the mood when I get to the exam center. And it actually worked. When I came in there, I wasn't tired and I was ready to like turn on completely and just do it. And the third one, and I think it was the game changer, I have no idea why I didn't realize this in my first attempt, but basically there is a break between two sessions. So you have one session, then 30 minutes break, and then another session. And during that 30-minute break, you can access any material. You can use your phone, you can read the book, you can get your notes, anything. So what I did is I revised mostly the topics for the first part of the exam before the exam, and then in the 30 minutes break I was revising the things for the second part of the exam. And I know there's not like a clear cutoff where like which questions will be in the first one, which one in the next one. However, if you do the mock exams, you will see that there are certain topics that are almost like 99% in the first section, and then the 99% in the next session. So you kind of have an idea of like what to prepare and when. And it was amazing, because before you just go in the exam, you don't need to try to get all this information in your head. You only do half of the information. So it saves you a lot of time, energy, and you just can get like a lot of information. And again, all this information worked for me, all these tips worked for me. Maybe for you it will be different. Maybe you're the person who likes to study all the time before the exam. Maybe you're the person who wants to revise everything. I am not like a guru in CFA. God knows I failed the first time. However, I'm just sharing my journey of like what worked for me, what didn't. In case it will be helpful, I'm happy. I know quite a lot of you were asking me, so what's my plan next? Because obviously my CFA journey was so long, and some of you followed me from the very beginning when I just registered for the second time in January. So I can't believe this chunk of time is over. I actually felt so happy yesterday when I woke up. And I didn't have to rush to do anything. Like, obviously, I still had work and everything, but I didn't have to think about CFA exam. I didn't have to think about, like, which topic should I revise today, what to do, all this. Amazing. Like, the quietest morning ever. And yeah, I'm not the type of person who likes to chill and, like, just watch TV all days long, so I already made a plan for what I'm gonna be doing in the next 2 months, because my results will be in the end of July. And I need to be doing something, because just doing the full-time job is boring for me. I know, I'm weird. So I decided to double down my efforts on the social media platforms. I'm gonna grow YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Hopefully, we'll see where it gets me. If it works, amazing. If it doesn't, well, I tried. And I actually think that if you put in the energy and like the effort, anything is achievable. So let's see. And obviously I like to learn before I do something. I know I was starting already by like guessing, but this time I got the course from one of like really big YouTubers, Lingua Marina on YouTube. She has like 3 channels with 9 million subscribers across 3 of them. And she's also like very close to me, because she's also an immigrant in another country. Like, we're both Russians. She's just living in the USA, I live in the UK, so I'm like a lot of similarities between us. So yeah, I started this course yesterday, and it's big. I watched a couple of lessons. It's really nice. I hope it will work, and my YouTube will grow, and obviously my other platforms will grow too. So let's see. And yeah, I hope I won't die from mercury. My god, this was the weirdest Friday ever. So my plan for today was a little bit different from the morning. I had work until like 5, and then I wanted to rest a little bit and work on my content, do this video. However, it all changed. First, my work day was crazy. I don't know why everyone wanted something from me on a Friday, and I was like, no, I don't want to do it. So after I finished work, I had a nap for like an hour, And as soon as I woke up, within like a couple of minutes, my friend is calling me saying, Kate, I just broke the mercury thermometer at home in my bed. What to do? And then she started panicking, she started crying, and I was like, okay, wait, I'm coming over. And I know it's very silly from us to have those thermometers at home, because obviously in the UK you now only buy the electronic ones, but we still have some that we bring over from our countries as well. And to be honest, I do think they work a little bit better, but yeah, they're not safe at all. So I don't have them anymore. She still had it, but not anymore, and I don't think she'll get the new one. So I had to go there, help her clean her room from the mercury, trying not to breathe anything, because obviously the amount is quite low, but it's still like a very dangerous thing, and you shouldn't be touching or inhaling it or staying even in the room where it happened. So we cleaned everything, then we locked the door for 24 hours with the open window to make sure that everything goes away. I hope it worked okay. I mean, at the moment I still can talk, I still can breathe, I still can have Simba next to me, so we'll see. And yeah, I think it's the first video where I'm using Simba with me, but I'm like a huge fan of Lion King, and I always have Simbas. Like I have like 5 Simba toys everywhere, so you'll see them from time to time, because now I'm filming from my bed because I'm already very tired. So I just wanted to film it so that I might upload it in the morning. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions about the CFA exam or anything else, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to like answer and help you all. And if anyone has the exam coming up, I wish you all the best. CFA exam is tough, but it's very, very good for you in the long term. I believe in that. And it's also always good to challenge yourself. So all the best of luck for you. I know you can pass it.